know how much I'm gonna actually vlog, because I'd like to put like most of this week, the next 7 days, into this vlog. So if anything interesting happens, I will let you know. Oh, you're purring so much, little kitty. I am going to try some new Daily Harvest stuff here in just a second. I'm trying little bites. These are espresso bean tahini bites. They're you keep them refrigerated or you keep them frozen. That said, they melt relatively quickly. As you can see, I've only had like a bite or so. If you like coffee, if you like strong coffee, then you would love these. Like my mom would probably love these. They also have a very strong taste aftertaste. It's not bad, but being one who doesn't like black coffee, like I don't know if I will get these again, but like I will definitely finish them and enjoy them. I just think one per serving is enough for me. I decided to try the what's it called? Daily Harvest like latte thing. The Changa chocolate latte, quote unquote latte. So they come in these little pods. They're about this big around and this tall. What you can do is you can do them hot or cold, which I like. So I decided to just split one in half and just put like a cup of milk in there and like almond milk and blended it together. It tastes like chocolate milk. Like it tastes really good like chocolate milk. Also, I am trying a new bathing suit. So the bathing suits that costuming gives us, I hate. Not only do the bathing suits that I have currently, they don't fit me anymore, but like I absolutely hate how they're designed, because they like cross in the back and then leave like an open lower back part, and then the seaming ends up pulling on my stomach. And also there's no support in there whatsoever, so you have to wear like a sports bra or something underneath. Amazon Essentials finally had some in my size. It's really comfortable. These have support in them, so that way when I change, it's all clean clothes. I am going to head out here in just a couple minutes. I may or may not vlog afterwards. We'll see what ends up happening. Hey y'all, pretty good day to be honest. I even did, I went into the pool for probably like an hour or so. To the point like my hands were pringly by the time I got out. We played games in the pool. I even made up a new one, like on the spot, which I was really proud of myself, and the kids loved it. Then we did a dance party in the pool for the first time ever. May make it a thing. Like coordinator called out, which is fine. No judgment at all. If you have to call out, you gotta call out. But because we're so short-staffed, we don't have like a call-in factor, and so it kind of threw like a wrench in some things, but it's fine. I can take my face mask off. It like worked out fine. We ended up having one of the coordinators from the fort come over and help us with stuff, so that was fun, because I do like their coordinators. They're a lot of fun. Take a shower and then go to sleep, because I was in the pool for an hour and a half. Not complaining, quite enjoyed myself. Who's the prettiest kitty in the whole wide world, huh? Why are you giving me a stank face? What's with the face? Huh? Boop. Anywho, yesterday, I didn't vlog much. Don't remember why. But yesterday was my first Rover shift, and I have mixed feelings about it. So I like that I like roaming shifts in general, like when I was working in crowd control and so on and so forth, like shifts where I don't have to be in like a small section for long periods of time, because it makes it easier for me to help others. I like doing extra things that I don't need to do necessarily, but it helps people. So my pool, the roaming shift takes over the Boulder Ridge pool, the DVC pool basically. And we are supposed to go in there and basically clean high-touched areas and just like make sure that the chairs and stuff are wiped down between each guest every 30 minutes or so. That's all you have to do. That is your job. That is all you have to do. Now, depending on who is scheduled and how many people we have scheduled, you may have to go break children's activities. You may have to break the person in reunion station, so on and so forth. So, but basically that's all you have to do. So I actually spent most of the beginning of my shift running around and doing errands because our coordinators had not come in yet, and the person who was in reunion station was attempting to train our potential trainee. And so I had things that I had to do for her. And so that kept me busy. And then the pool was busy, but like not to the point where like people were in and out, in and out. It was like people were in there for most of the day. So that made my life a little easier. All I had to do was go around and clean like the railings and door handles and such. And then just basically wait until they left. Of course they all left at the same time, but that's fine. My only major complaint is that you're outside with no covering all day. You are allowed to go, into our little break room area and kind of cool down and take your mask off and fan yourself a little bit. So, like, you're not, like, kicked outside into the heat all day. But because you're constantly walking around, especially because I had lots of errands and things that I had to do that morning, I reached my step goal like 2.5 hours into my shift. Now, my step goal is not high right now, but still, that has not happened the last 2 weeks yet. So I was very exhausted before my first break even came around. Luckily, yesterday's roaming shift, and I have another one, I can't remember what day it is, but I have another one coming up. Both of those shifts, because of how they've redone our shifts, which literally we haven't had a consistent week yet, I basically start by taking care of the pool, and then I end my shift the last couple hours basically hanging out inside reunion station, and then I close/clean reunion station. I am really bummed out that I don't know when I'm going to see my other children's activities friends again. There's just a lot of, it's so complicated, I wouldn't even know where to start. There's just a lot of issues going on when it comes to staffing. And since they're moving most of the children's activities cast to the care team, which I still don't know why they don't just pull from their own parks, but whatever. That's a lot of extra children's activities people that we need. And children's activities has like safety training and stuff like that. So we need them in their areas, not off talking to people in the parks. We have a children's activities cast member that wants to leave, and our potential trainee doesn't want to work here. So that is what we're working with. Gone in with no expectations, basically. Just do what they tell you, essentially. The managers and the coordinators have been very appreciative, luckily, but it's just... Anyway. Hello. I do not remember the last thing that I filmed. Today is Tuesday. We're on day 5. We still have 2 more to go. I'm poolside activities tomorrow, but thank God it is a 6-hour shift, so it'll be nice, short, and sweet. Where we're working right now, we have a couple of lifeguards that are children's activities trained, so right now she's trying to get lifeguards from like the other closed resorts and the other closed water parks, so that way we can have those children's activities cast members to call on in case we are short, because right now I'd like to also point out we're not the only ones that are short. There are, out of the very few resorts that are actually open, there are, I want to say 4, maybe 5 resorts that are short children's activities cast. I'm kind of impressed at how much I've been able to withstand and tolerate without dying. So that shows that all that working out and going outside and trying to keep my body moving and going out and trying to get the taste of the heat while I can to keep my, body up to par has been good. I'm drinking my pre-workout. It's gonna keep me going. Here's to a good shift. Good morning. Yesterday I actually had a really good day. I got to spend some time in our community hall reunion station with a lot of the girls, since it was later in the day, a lot of us were there still because our shifts all over actually overlapped, which doesn't always happen nowadays. And it was nice for us all to have like a little powwow, a little get together, because there was no guests in there, and so we just kind of sit and talked, and it was nice. Closed the hall, finished all that, and I got to go spend some time with the poolside cast member, and we decided to have like a little dance party. Because the pool had closed again, and so we didn't have a whole lot of time to do games, so we just basically danced the night away, and it was great, and all was well in the world. And then I went home and went on Facebook, and a couple of things came up. One, I may have mentioned this in this vlog, but they are doing a cast member preview for casts going to play in the parks. They only are giving us 4 days, 2 days for Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom, and then 2 days for Hollywood Studios or Epcot. You also can only pick one of those days. So basically you get to pick one day out of 4 days, which typically doesn't happen. Typically we get about a week. Not only do you only get to pick one park, which sucks because all of us have been without the parks for a very long time, but they're only giving us 4 days to do it, which doesn't give it, it's also in 2 weeks, so it doesn't give us a whole lot of time to plan. So typically we get our schedules every week for the next 2 weeks. We've been getting it basically week by week by week by week. For whatever reason, this week, our schedules have been delayed severely. That's frustrating for myself and a lot of the other cast members who are actually working, because you could have picked your, because the registration opened last night, which is what I'm leading to. You could have picked your day, and you're going to get your schedule, and guess what? You're gonna have to work that day. Also, because there's so few of us, it's not really easy to trade or give away, and some people can't even trade or give away because of where they are in their training for beginning to go back to the parks. Cast members who are still furloughed can go to the preview. Now, I know that should be assumed, but just let you think about that. So there are cast members who are working and have been working for several weeks now, who don't know what their schedule is, who have randomly picked a day, and they may not be able to go. And then you got the furloughed cast who have not been called back, who don't have anything to do, and they're like, I can go on this day and I can have a great time. That really frustrated me. Luckily my shift today isn't until 2, so I was able to stay up. Stayed up till midnight. Somehow was able to get onto the reservation page rather easy, which is something that I thought was not going to happen. Was able to pick the time. I picked Hollywood Studios over Epcot because I was looking at blockout dates for annual pass holders, and it looks like that Epcot is pretty much like the one park that everyone's going to be able to go to. That, and most likely I'm going to have to go by myself anyway because Jared has to work. We've been blocked out of Hollywood Studios since September, so I thought that would be the best place to start. And now the reasoning why I think I'm actually going to be able to go is this. I've been talking to my manager for the last couple weeks because Jared's brother-in-law is getting married next week, or week after next, and we need that weekend off. So my thinking is we fly back, get home very, very early Monday morning, go to sleep, get as much sleep as I possibly can, because I don't think the park opens until 10 anyway. And I'm not going to spend all day there. Like, I know for a fact that I cannot spend all day at Hollywood Studios. I don't even think my sanity could take that. I would love to stay for Fantasmic, but I don't even know if they're doing Fantasmic. There's other details about how they want us to go to the parks and safety regulations that I never thought would be a thing, or I just didn't think of them as an option. So I will film another vlog about that. Lead up to why I was extremely bummed out about this whole thing is, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, the cast previews are sure way of getting into seeing the park. That's cool. I'm glad that they're doing that for us. And then the same day that they announced that they're going to be opening up reservations for the preview, they announced the cast member blockout dates, which are literally every single day until September, all through September. Now, mind you, they've only posted up to September the blockout dates. It's looking like we're blocked out until further notice. Out of every single park. Being one who, part of the reason why I work for Disney is park admission, that hit me hard. First, I'm not going to be able to go to Mickey's Not So Scary, which now the ticket would actually be worth the money because it would be a ticket to go to the park as well. But now I'm also not even be able to go to the parks in general. Now, I will add that we do get complimentary admission for like blockout dates just in case they do happen. I have been saving mine for quite some time now. I have 6 tickets, 2 of which are actually going to expire at the end of this year anyway. But that's 6, like 6 days. Isn't the end of the world, but I'm also assuming that Jared's going to be able to have admission, because that's what we're really going to have to be strategic about, is does Jared's annual pass have admission? Which leads me up to, I'm glad that we have that annual pass, because now we're actually going to need it. That just all hit me like all within like an hour time span, and so it just hit me hard, and I like had a good cry about it multiple times, to the point where I almost cried myself to sleep. I've woken up this morning, I've washed my face, I've listened to some Christian radio, I feel better about life, and I was reading on Facebook, someone commented like, it makes sense that they would want to try and get those who have DVC points, those who have annual passes, those who have already purchased tickets, to try and get them into the parks and out, because a lot of those people's admissions are going, or chances to go to Disney basically, is going to expire. And so it would be a total waste that they've invested in this already. And so I get it. Like, in my mind, just like letting like a small handful of CACs can go to the parks. Because I know if I was furloughed, I would be very upset that I wouldn't be able to go to the parks. But it's just, the whole thing is a sticky situation, and I get it, and I get that this is temporary, and you best believe that next year I'm gonna go to the parks like as much as possible. And I'm really glad that I love my job. Like, I'm really glad I love the location and I love my role, because like, if I was working in any of those other locations that I've worked before that I hated, just hated life, then I would seriously consider like quitting. Which I know doesn't make sense, because right now, and this is probably why a lot of cast aren't quitting, who don't want to work at Disney right now, there's only so many options available right now anyway. So anyway, I hope that's not too negative a way to end the video. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for your positive feedback. Thank you for sticking around. Go follow me on Instagram. If you're not already subscribed, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, go ahead and click that subscribe button. You know you want to. And I will see you guys in the next video, which might be about me becoming a trainer. Wear a mask.